Today, we're going to be making this delicious chocolate cake using the Swan cake mix. And here we have some cocoa powder, some eggs, some sugar. We're going to go in with 2 cups of Swan cake mix. There goes 1 cup, and then there goes 2. And then you're also going to need 2 cups of sugar. So go ahead and sweeten this baby up. And 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. We're going to go ahead and sift these lumps out this cocoa powder because even your cake mix don't like to be lumpy. And you want it to be nice and velvety smooth in your flour mix. Look at that. So we're going to balance the flavors of this cake out so it won't be too sweet. So we're going to do 1 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, there we go. Now here's the baking soda. That's 1 teaspoon too. Go ahead and mix all these dry ingredients up. We're going to go ahead and get that liquid up in there. But look at that, y'all. It's coming together. We're going to go in with 1 cup of milk. Cold milk. That just make you want to have some chocolate milk right there. And then right here, we're going to go ahead and get 1/4 cup of butter melted so this cake can be nice and buttery. Add 1 cup of hot water to this. Go ahead and give it a stir. And then next, we're going to go ahead and drop in these eggs. 3 eggs is going to do the trick for this recipe to get it nice and moist and fluffy. And then you're going to add some good old vanilla extract. Once you got that up in there, go ahead and give this batter a mix. You can use a hand mixer or you can use a spoon. It don't matter as long as you get the job done. Now this is the most important part because we didn't do all this work for nothing. You got to make sure you grease your cake dish with unsalted butter so it won't stick to your pan because that won't be good. So now you're going to bake half your cake in the oven on 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes. And voila, we're going to go ahead and do the toothpick test to make sure our cake is done. You want it to be nice and clean. But don't move too fast because you got to let your cake cool low before you icing it. But don't they look good? Today we're going to go ahead and use this milk chocolate frosting to go ahead and icing this cake. Alright, let me get a spoon away with the icing. I know how the kids are. And then we're going to go ahead and put that middle layer of icing. Spread it nice and good and evenly. Hopefully you guys are better decorators than us over here. And you want to spread this out even so when you cut into it, it'll look good. There go that top layer right there. And look at that, y'all. Look at the thing on top of that cake. As it was cooling in my pan, the little got stuck to the bottom of it. Ain't that something? It didn't mess up while it was baking, but it messed up as it was cooling. Don't be stingy. Add enough icing on top of this cake so you got enough to go ahead and ice in the sides. This is always the struggle mode right here, trying to get the icing on the sides of the cake nice and even. And this is just the plate that we're going to ice in the cake on, y'all. This is not the actual dish that we're going to serve this cake up in. So it's okay if it get a little messy as long as you get it on there good. And after much practice, enough icing, it's going to look just like this. So with icing your cake, it's best to always have more icing on your cake than not having enough because then you'll be struggling trying to spread it around. See how evenly and easy it is to glide that knife around the sides of the cake. Now, all this excess on the top, you can go ahead and take that off because it served the job. Go ahead and put it right back in the container for something else. And this make it look nice and smooth from here, y'all. You're doing a good job. So if you want to leave it on this same plate right here that you iced it on, you can just go ahead and take you a damp paper towel and just clean up all that icing. But if you want to go ahead and serve it up on this dish like ours, this glass cake dish, it's going to look just like this. Ooh. Y'all know how fun it is to go to somebody's house and see the cake in the cake dish, because you know it's going to be scrumptious. It's just sitting there waiting for you to cut it, and that's exactly what we about to go ahead and do now. Now the hardest part is cutting that first piece out, because you want to make sure you get that nice, good looking piece where you can see all the layers on the inside, but it's always the struggle mode. I figured out a trick. Use a spatula as you pull it out, and you're going to get a good piece every time. Now, here is where we need y'all help. Look at this. Look at the cake. What happened? Where did we go wrong, you guys? Please go ahead and comment and let us know what is going on in the middle of our cake. It looks delicious from the outside, but it got this gelatin look on the inside. This is so sad, y'all. We really wanted this cake to be great. Look at this. To all the bakers out there, how often do y'all have these struggles with baking cakes, or do you have these problems? Don't judge us too bad on this one today, y'all. We'll be back for the next one, and it's going to be better.